This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you a photo shoot that I've done a good while ago, and I had a look at the color grading and I'm not super happy with how it turned out. So I thought I would do a little video and show you how I would color grade it now versus how I color graded it back then. So let's get straight into the video. This is the original kind of color grading that I had. And I have to say, it's just okay, it's fine, it's very in your face, it's very blue for my usual liking, and it just doesn't look very realistic. I don't know, I'm not super in love with it. So I thought I would just rework it and see where we can take it. I'm going to go into the original files first. I'm going to start with changing the color profile. We're going to go into browse. We're gonna go camera matching, but maybe instead of the usual standard, we'll go for something like neutral, because it's gonna help us elevate the colors without the images looking too contrasty. We're going to close it, and then we're going to add a lot of exposure because the image is really, really dark. I don't know why. I think it's just because it was very harsh. We're going to bring the highlights down a little bit. And then we're going to elevate the blacks a little bit, but not the shadows. I find a lot of the time when you add too many shadows, when you elevate them too much, it kind of creates this kind of HDR effect, which I don't really want. So we're going to skip that. And then we're going to go into the haze a little bit, because I do like the look of the haze. I just don't really want it to be too over the top, because I feel like it's a bit too much. And then we're going to go down with highlights a little bit, maybe even a bit more. Pretty much go full way, to be honest, but I again don't want to really overdo it. Maybe we'll just lower the exposure a little bit. So straight away, if you look at this image now versus the original edit, it's just a lot. I don't know why I decided to go with the background the way I did. I just sent it too much. So I'm already pretty happy with how it looks. I'm going to go down into the color though, and I'm going to play around with the green, maybe make it a little bit more intense in color, I guess. We're going to not really use any more saturation. I don't think we need that. And then for luminance, we can maybe brighten it a little bit, but not too much. We're going to go into yellow because I feel like that's going to be the dominant color in this image. And as you see here, we can kind of make it either a bit more yellowy, which I don't really want, or we can make it a bit more green to kind of almost match the entire water. I kind of want something in between. I don't want it to be too green or too yellow. So we're going to go here. And then for saturation, oh, I don't think so. Might actually just keep it as is. And then let's check the luminance as well. I do kind of like the luminance a little bit higher, nothing too bad. So maybe plus 20. And I think that's kind of a good balance right now. We're going to see if there's anything we can do with shadows and highlights and midtones. I will be very careful about it because you can really make the photo look weird. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm digging the blue and the highlights in this situation. Let's see how we're working with it. I kind of almost liked the yellow a little bit more in the shadows. I think anything else just doesn't really look very realistic. I do not hate the green actually, so maybe let's try this and see. Yeah, let's do something like that. As you see here, the change in the before and after is pretty significant already. For highlights, I think we're good. Let's see if we want to maybe get some purple in there. Sometimes having a little bit of purple elevates the image and just kind of makes it a bit easier. Hey, sweet boy. Yes. I kind of do actually like the purple, so let's keep it as is. We're gonna keep the sharpening as is. We don't really need a lot of lens correction. We can try and play around with it, maybe. As you see here, it helps a little bit, so let's do that. We're going to keep the distortion at the minimum though. Next, I do like adding a lot of grain into my images nowadays, as you probably noticed. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I do personally enjoy it. So maybe I'll add a little bit to it. Okay. Next, we're going to work with this little calibration version. We're going to look at tint. Let's see if there's anything that this image needs. I'm kind of leaning almost a bit more towards the warmth and the reds, but not too much. I'll keep it pretty neutral. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you okay? Are you okay? Hey, no. Ow, that's rude. That's rude. Yeah, that's rude. Okay, let's see red. Do we want the skin to be a bit more purpley? Maybe by like -2? Sure, why not? And then green, we can probably make it a tiny bit more green. Maybe like -6. And finally with the hue, as you see here, we can make the water more or less a different shade. But I think this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how this image looks. This is the before. This is how I originally edited this image, and this is the after, how I would do it right now. I would actually even go towards, I would actually even go to my curves right here, and I would probably raise the blacks up a little bit to maybe make it even a bit more kind of less contrasty in a way. And then we could lower the light a little bit as well, and then we could probably go back on the blacks a little bit and add a little bit more dehaze, or actually maybe a little bit of contrast, but ever so minimally. I don't want to overdo it as I did the last time. Actually, we'll go down a little bit, and then we'll raise the blacks a little bit. And I think this is the image that I would do. So as you see, the skin tones and everything are pretty similar. It's just the background that needed fixing. For whatever reason, I felt the need to just send it into space with the contrast, which I'm not a big fan of nowadays. So it was definitely something that we should have worked on, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think the, maybe actually add a little bit of clarity as well. Let's see. Texture, maybe. Maybe a little bit of texture, I think it would be kind of nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then that's pretty much it. We have the grain as well. And that's the image. Okay, so we're gonna do the before and after. As you see, a pretty drastic difference. And this is the before and after of the old edit, or the new edit versus the old edit. So as you see, pretty extreme. I personally way prefer the new edit nowadays. Okay, let's do another one.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Are you looking to create a stunning website that showcases your brand and tells your story? Look no further than Squarespace. With their easy-to-use platform and beautiful templates, you can design a professional and modern website in a matter of hours. Squarespace is perfect for photographers, small business owners, and entrepreneurs. Don't let the lack of coding skills hold you back from creating a website that you'll be proud to show off. There are hundreds of fully customizable templates to choose, so you can really make it your own. The platform is packed with features like e-commerce, SEO, and social media integrations, which is crucial when it comes to running your photography business. If you're like me and constantly on the phone or in meetings with clients, Squarespace offers you scheduling tools for your website as well. These tools allow you to create and manage appointments, bookings, and reservations through your Squarespace website. Your customers will be able to view your availability, schedule appointments, and pay for services directly at the site as well. If that sounds like something you'd like to try, make sure to go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and once you're ready to go, use my code squarespace.com/Anita.
Okay, here's another edit that I did. Again, I am not sure why is this water acid color. Are we swimming in bio? I'm not sure. But we're going to fix this right now. This is the original image. We're gonna see how we go. I'm gonna start from scratch just for the sake of it. I'm going to go into browse, into color profiles. I will look at different color profiles here. I'm actually kind of digging the artistic ones that are on here, but I'm not gonna use these just for the sake of it. So I'm going portrait, neutral, landscape, and camera light. I'm kind of, I think camera neutral is the vibe for sure. So we're going to brighten the image. quite a good bit, and as you see, we're way more neutral in color straight away. We're going to lower the highlights a little bit because they're a little bit over the top. The blacks are actually not too bad in this one. We're still gonna brighten it a little bit though. I also feel the image is like a little bit too warm, or maybe not. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Actually, I will just add some purple into it or some magenta. So we're gonna increase it a little bit. We're going to go back into the haze again. As you see here, that adds a lot of contrast and definition to our photos, which I really like. We're gonna go with some texture, maybe a little bit, not too much. But it's straight away something that I like way more. Let me just see. Maybe I'll actually lower the magenta a little bit to like 30. Perfect. Straight away, I'm pretty happy with the image, but let's work on the colors again. Let's see the yellow. Is there a lot of yellow? Not really, it's only the rocks. So we're just gonna leave it alone, and then we're gonna go into green, and with the green you can change a lot of shade for sure. So you can either make it kind of dual toned, or you can make it a bit more single toned, I guess. So we're going to make it a little bit more green, and then add saturation, not really. Maybe some luminance, maybe make it a little bit brighter. Doesn't really do much. Actually, if you brighten it, that kind of looks nice. Actually, no, do you know what? I like brightening it. So we're gonna go full way with luminance. We're just gonna send it, and then let's see aqua. Aqua is probably gonna change a lot of colors as well. As you see here, we're changing the color of the brow as well as the water. So we're not gonna be super extreme with it. I think we're just gonna add some dimension to the background, because I feel like in the original photo, everything is just so saturated and so over the top. It just doesn't look very well. So we're going to go here and add a little bit of color, maybe plus 33. Saturation wise, I could add a little bit, maybe like plus 17, let's say, or plus 20, just for the good measures. And then luminance wise, I almost think I prefer it kind of a little bit darker. Yeah, sure, why not? Just to add a bit more dimension to the image again. Okay, and then we're gonna go into the curves and see if we can like kind of do the same as with the other image. We're just gonna increase this, and then we're gonna lower the highlights as well a little bit. And now the midtone shadows and highlights. We're going to see if there's any type of highlight that looks better, or shadow that looks better than the other. Let me see here. I usually keep them pretty minimal, but I kind of like this, to be honest. Kind of like reddish, slightly reddish tone. Very minimal though. With highlights, I kind of like the green, but again, really, really minimal. Okay. We have that. Now we're going to go again into perfect correction. We're not going to have any distortion changed. Then we're going to go into grain, because I do love me some grain. And then we're going to play with these colors here for a second. So as you see, we can either kind of make it a bit more green, which I actually am kind of into. So let's do that. And then hue saturation. I would love for the skin to be like this, so +4. And then green, let's see. Ooh, I actually really like this. Let's do +34. And then blue primary, kind of again, a little bit more redness, I think. So this looks pretty good. I would like a little bit more contrast in this one as well. So we will add a little bit more, but not too much. I think this is pretty decent amount of contrast and just balanced in general. And then we're gonna see the before and after. And now let's see the before and after of me originally editing it versus the final one. Ready? Drum. That was a very bad drum. Okay, yeah, I am a fan, and I am not a fan of whatever I did before. I have no idea what I was thinking. I just went so far with the background. I really don't understand why did they make it this way. This is so much more subtle, so much more delicate. The colors are still popping, but it's not so over the top. It doesn't look like she's literally about to swim in acid. I am a big fan of this. Okay, so let me know what you think. Do you prefer the original edits or the fixed edits? And yeah, if you did like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.